today we are talking about the theory of existentialism. Our video will be in two parts. We'll introduce the theory and then we will do a role play. So when working from an existential lens, the counselor views every client as distinctive. This means that counselors don't operate from a uniform role. Their focus is on forming a relationship with their client, and in doing so, they will self-disclose with the intention of deepening the relationship.
People who use this theory, their view of human nature is that it focuses on freedom, and they see people as authors of their own lives. They also focus on the four givens, which are freedom, isolation, meaninglessness, and death. And this focus enables clients to address those aspects and live a more free existence. A key phrase that'll probably tie into our session today as well is peak experiences, or when people feel deeply interwoven into a group or community. And this theory believes that people who struggle to find meaning might struggle to live their fullest lives. People use this theory don't claim very many techniques. Remember in class, I am the intervention, Ellie is the intervention. Clients' needs are addressed in a highly customized way, and confrontation is used to help clients take responsibility.
And then the goals of this theory are to help make clients more sensitive to their experience, help improve clients' experience with others, and encourage clients to decide about both present and future decisions. So today for this role play, I will be the counselor and Tia will be Michael Scott from The Office. So some goals for this role play are to help Michael take responsibility for finding a sense of connection and freedom to help build intrinsic motivation. Some interventions I will use throughout this role play are building the counselor-client relationship, self-disclosure, confrontation, and visualization exercise. Perfect. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Before we get started today, I just wanted to check in with you and just see how you're feeling about these sessions and if you have any concerns or anything you'd like to address.
Yeah, no concerns. Just for a long time, I didn't think I needed therapy, but it's nice to have someone to talk to. I'm learning that connecting with others matters a lot to me.
Good. That's great to hear, and I'm happy you're here. So what would you like to talk about today?
Oh boy. Well, this month there are a bunch of office birthdays coming up, which I love. I love singing, I love cake, and pranks, of course. But yeah, something is kind of getting me down. I wasn't invited on a work camping trip with the guys.
That sounds hard. When did this camping trip happen?
It was pretty recent, just last week. Everything was going great until Ryan invited everyone else on the camping trip, except me.
I'm curious to know how you're feeling about your work relationships right now.
Lately I've been feeling pretty anxious. I don't really feel like people care about me. I'm questioning whether I'm a good boss, and I'm wondering if these birthday parties even matter to people.
It's hard. As you're telling me this, I'm experiencing a sense of loneliness, and I'm wondering if that's something you're feeling too.
I tried to tell myself that it didn't matter, like Toby sucks, he's just the worst, and so why would I even want to go on a camping trip if he was there?
It kind of sounds like you're pushing people away in this moment of loneliness.
Well, I am pushing people away because when I let people in, there's a chance I'll be rejected, and I don't want to feel that way. So I proved that I don't need them. I had Dwight actually drive me into the Pennsylvania forest, and I survived in the wilderness all by myself.
And what was that experience like?
It was great. I started off with my knife and my duct tape, and I was feeling pretty confident. then a couple hours passed and I got hungry. And I did start to get frustrated at that point, but it felt really good. I shouted into the void, just into the woods, and I yelled that I really wanted to go on this camping trip, and it felt really freeing to say that.
Yeah, it sounds like you were able to express your hurt feelings when you knew that no one was around and that no one would hear you.
Yeah, I mean, shouting felt good. But yeah, being alone was hard. It's actually pretty awesome. Dwight came to rescue me because once the hunger set in, I ate some poisonous mushrooms.
Oh, no.
Thankfully, he was there.
Oh wow, that's great. You had a friend that was there for you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Dwight's usually there. I didn't know he was there at the time, but he took me back to the office, and when I got back to be around everybody, I felt peaceful.
Awesome. What do connections mean for you, Michael?
Well, I'm pretty sad about not getting invited on this trip. I want to be accepted by people. I know I'm a big weirdo, but I think I'm pretty fun. I think I'm pretty fun, a big personality. But it's because I love work and I love our team and I love our company. That's the big reason why I throw the 13 birthdays every year and host the Dundee Awards. Not a lot of bosses do that. And so I want people at work to feel like they matter.
Yeah, no, it's obvious that you really care about these people in your life. You work hard to throw parties and gatherings to make people feel connected. I'm just curious what it would look like for you to not have to be responsible for 12 other employees.
It's exhausting, keeping everybody else happy all the time. Maybe I could focus on my happiness more, but I'm not sure what that would look like. Who else would be there to, intervene when Dwight takes things too far, or when Angela is just being controlling, or just Toby being Toby?
Yeah. What does happiness mean to you?
Well, I think if I were happy, I would feel connected to everyone, and I want to have a partner that I'm deeply in love with. I would definitely be on the camping trip. Sometimes I just want to be like one of the guys instead of the one in charge.
Yeah, I notice you lighten up and your posture kind of opens up when you talk about your version of happiness.
Yeah, I would like to have more friends, and I'd like to have a healthier relationship. I would like those things. But it feels kind of out of reach. This like camping trip really screwed with everything.
Interesting. Yeah, you can't expect people to read your mind. You have to tell them how you feel. And that can be really scary to be vulnerable in these relationships.
As the boss, it's pretty hard to be vulnerable. The company needs me. Just take, for example, Jim tried to leave the office when I was gone, and while I was surviving the wilderness, and it was a mess. He tried to combine all of the October birthdays into one party, rookie mistake. I think the people at work, they really need me, and deep down I feel like I do a good job, and I don't want to be like a downer in the office. I don't want to bring anybody down.
Right. Well, Michael, our time is almost up, but before we're done, I really do want to acknowledge your vulnerability in this session, and it's clear you're working really hard in here. So I'm wondering if you'd be open to doing a visualization exercise with me.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So if you want, you can close your eyes and get comfortable. And when you're ready, I want you to imagine yourself with a group of friends that you feel really close and honest with. And who would they be? you be telling those friends? And if you went on a trip, what would you guys be doing and where would you go? Now, Michael, when you're ready, take a deep breath in, and in your own time, you can come back to this moment. What was that experience like for you?
It was both hard, because I don't feel like my relationships are the way I want them to be yet. But I do feel excited about having closer connections and not feeling like I need to impress people or be in charge, but to just be more vulnerable about how I'm really feeling.
Yeah, I wonder if you can have freedom in choosing your own happiness while staying connected and committed to your work relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want that. I want to be able to voice my feelings and still be connected to people at the office. It feels a little scary, but I think it's possible. And I do want to be invited on camping trips and be seen as like, a friend.
Definitely, yeah. And I think when you experience moments of loneliness, I wonder what it would look like if you connected with people about your feelings rather than push them away.
Yeah, I mean, that connection would be really nice. I would feel cared about and valued if others heard what I had to say.
Yeah, you are in control of your life, Michael, and you're the one that gets to decide if you express your feelings or not. And ultimately, you get to choose how to live this life and the meaning of it all.